Hare Krishna. So we'll chant the Jai Radha Madhava prayers. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Ananta Dev, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Ananta Dev. Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we'll be reading from the fifth chapter, text 29. So this is the last verse in this chapter. So please repeat after me. It will be displayed on the screen. So please repeat. Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam, Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Suhrudam sarva bhutanam. Suhrudam sarva bhutanam. Gnatva mam shantimicchati. Gnatva mam shantimicchati. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam. Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Suhrudam sarva bhutanam. Gnatva mam shantimicchati. So we'll read the word to word meaning. So please repeat after me. Bhoktaram, beneficiary. Yagna, sacrifices. Tapasam, of penances and austerities. Sarvaloka, all planets and the demigods thereof. Maheshwaram, the Supreme Lord. Suhrudam, benefactor. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, of the living entities. Gnatva, thus knowing. Mam, me, Lord Krishna. Shantim, relief from material pangs. Richati, achieves. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. So please repeat the translation after me. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. So I'll read the purport. The conditioned souls within the clutches of illusory energy are all anxious to attain peace in the material world. But they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary in all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord because He is the proprietor of all planets and the demigods thereon. No one is greater than He. He is greater than the greatest of the demigods, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. In the Vedas, the Supreme Lord is described as Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they survey, but actually they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world, either individually or collectively. This is the sense of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are His subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. This fifth chapter is a practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as Karma Yoga. The question of mental speculation as to how Karma Yoga can give liberation is answered herewith. To work in Krishna consciousness is to work with complete knowledge of the Lord as the predominator. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Direct Krishna consciousness is Bhakti Yoga, and Gnana Yoga is a path leading to Bhakti Yoga. Krishna consciousness means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with the Supreme Absolute, and the perfection of this consciousness is full knowledge of Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure soul is the eternal servant of God as his fragmental part and parcel. He comes into contact with Maya, illusion, due to the desire to lord it over Maya, and that is the cause of his many sufferings. As long as he is in contact with matter, he has to execute work in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into the spiritual life even while one is within the jurisdiction of matter, for it is an arousing of spiritual existence by practice in the material world. The more one is advanced, the more he is freed from the clutches of matter. The Lord is not partial toward anyone. Everything depends on one's practical performance of duties in an effort to control the senses and conquer the influence of desire and anger. And attaining Krishna consciousness by controlling the above mentioned passions, one remains factually in the transcendental stage or Brahma Nirvana. The eightfold mysticism is automatically practiced in Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. There is gradual process of elevation in the practice of yama, niyama, asana, pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, pranayama and samadhi. But these only preface perfection by devotional service, which alone can award peace to the human being. It is the highest perfection of life. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of karma yoga or action in Krishna consciousness. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing from this 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This 5th chapter is, the title is Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. And this 29th verse is actually the last verse in this chapter. The next chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Can somebody help? Maybe they should close the MPH door, I think so. So the children are very enthusiastic there. So this conclusive verse, Krishna is revealing something. Prabhupada, our spiritual master, always used to call this verse as the peace formula verse. Right? Because Krishna is clearly saying here, Gnatva mam shanti michati. By knowing something, Gnatva mam, right, about me, shanti michati, one can attain peace. So how can one attain peace? In the last line, Krishna is saying, by knowing this, one can attain peace. So what is it that we should know to attain peace? And in the first line of purport also, Prabhupada is saying, everyone in this world is anxious to attain peace, isn't it? Who wants to be disturbed? Everyone wants to be peaceful. End of the day, what all efforts they're doing is they want to experience that peace, the freedom from anxieties, miseries and everything. Right? So what is the formula? So Krishna is saying, Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam. So this is a very important line actually. This is a fundamental principle, foundational understanding that is needed, to attain peace. What is it? Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam. Now Bhoktaram means what? Beneficiary. Means one who is the beneficiary. And so Krishna is saying, Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam. He's saying, I am the beneficiary of what? Of Yagna Tapasam. Yagna means sacrifices. We all know that. Tapasam means austerities. Now it is not just, some kind of a spiritual activity. Like sometimes we say we are doing a homa. Every Saturday we do a Narsimha homa. It is very clear. Lord Narsimha is the Bhokta. Right? We are to please Lord Narsimha. We are saying some mantra. We are saying Swaha and we are putting some til seeds. In the end, we are offering ghee and we are also offering this, the Naivedya that is made. In the end, Purnahuti is done. Everything is offered. So there it is very clear. Yagna Tapasam Bhoktaram, Lord Narsimha or Lord Vishnu in this particular Yagna, he is the beneficiary, he is the benefactor. To please him, we are doing this, right? So that is clear. But Prabhupada actually explains this Yagna Tapasam means sacrifices and austerities. Tapasya means taking difficulty. Actually, any activity, any result if you want to attain, it involves yagna and tapasa. So Krishna is saying not just, when you're doing a particular homa, every yagna and tapasa. Now anything you want to do, there is yagna and there is tapasa. What is yagna? Yagna means sacrifice, and tapasa means austerity, taking some difficulty. So even if a 10th grade student or a student is studying for his exams, Isn't he doing sacrifice and austerity? Right? He's sacrificing his time and energy, and he's taking austerity. Austerity means what? Tapasya. It's a very interesting word. Sanskrit, every word, if you just break it down, the meaning becomes very clear. Tapa means difficulty or heat. Asya, taking difficulty onto oneself. That is what is tapasya. So even the student is taking difficulty, isn't it? He's sitting late in the evening and studying and working hard. It is not a fun activity. They have to study, they have to memorize. So every activity, in the same way you take from a student to the greatest scientist who is inventing the most advanced technological thing, there is yajna and tapasa involved there also. Right? One has to sacrifice his time and energy, and one has to take some difficulty. Without doing these two, you can't achieve anything. Even to come to temple today, let's say you all have driven here, you had to sacrifice your time, energy, and you had to take some difficulty to drive. You have to be very careful. It's not like relaxed, isn't it? You have to watch rear view, side view, signals, traffic, everything. So there is austerity, there is difficulty involved. So every activity, there is yajna and tapasa involved. There is sacrifice and there is difficulty one takes. Now Krishna is saying, I am the benefactor of all these activities. That means the result that is attained by performing these activities, who is the benefactor? Who is the owner? For whose benefit it is being done? Right? The benefactor is clear, right? The word for whose benefit a particular activity is being done. Krishna is saying, that is me. I am the benefactor. Everything, I should get the result. One might think, wow, Krishna is very possessive or something. Right? He's saying everything everybody does, it should be done for me. I am the benefactor. Now we can analyze this statement and we can see there is always example given of a rich person and a carpenter. Right? A rich person engages a carpenter to make furniture for his house. Right? He's building a big house. So he gets a good carpenter and he supplies him all the tools, everything needed. He gives facility and he says, I want all this furniture to be done, in the living room, nice sofa set, in the bedrooms, the dining set, everything very elaborate, right? So the carpenter was a very good carpenter. So everything was supplied. He would work, day and night, every day he would work for many months and all the furniture was ready. And when the owner, the proprietor comes and says, okay, now we will transfer all this furniture into my house, the carpenter stops him. Says, no. What do you mean no? He says, no, I worked very hard, day and night, past so many months. This whole thing belongs to me. Is it a valid statement? Who was the proprietor? Who gave all the supplies? The owner of the house, right? But what is this carpenter saying? He's saying, no, I have worked very hard. Day and night I am the one who worked hard. What is this? This belongs to me. Now even by simple judgment, if it goes to the case, ideally it should not go to the court. If it goes, what will the judge say? Are you foolish or what? Everything belongs to him. How can you claim? Maybe you can take some wages. And he'll ask the owner, have you been giving him some wages? Yes, hourly rate was discussed. I have been making all those payments. And the judge will ask, were you getting all those payments? Yes, it's a case dismissed, go away. Please transfer the furniture to the owner, right? So in the same way, now if we analyze in our own life, we are saying we are working hard and we have attained this result. It is my hard work. But where is the ingredients coming from, right? Who is supplying all the ingredients? In our own life, if you see, let's say we worked hard, we studied. What was the ingredient? Let's say the student studied or worked hard, or an employee or a researcher did a lot of hard work and research, and he has accomplished a great invention. Where is the ingredient coming from? What is the ingredient for all our activities actually? It's our own mind and body, isn't it? Our mind, body and intelligence. That is the ingredient, right? Everything else also we can take, even the raw material also. Let's say some manufacturing has been done, they're mining or they're digging or they're constructing. All the ingredients also given by Krishna only, Did we invent these mountains and rivers and everything, these trees? Everything Krishna is creating, we are just utilizing them. So proprietor of all this is Krishna. And finally, even we say our own mind, body and intelligence, that is also given by Krishna, isn't it? Did we sit and design our hands and legs and eyes? Did we say, I want my eyes to be 52 megapixel? And did we do that? No, right? Like iPhone is launching, iPhone 17 has 48 megapixel camera, they say, right? So like that, did we design? Can we claim any proprietorship? Can we claim any ownership at all? So then what is it that we are destined? Like that carpenter, the wages. So that is what Ishopanishad says. Isa vashyam idam sarvam. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Isha vasyam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to the Isha, the Supreme Lord. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Everything animate and inanimate, everything belongs to, the Lord. Then, tena taktena bunjita. Whatever is needed for us, our maintenance, right? That wages for the carpenter, that is what we are entitled to keep. Anything beyond, magrida kaschit swadanam. Beyond that, we are not entitled to anything. So that is what, just like Krishna is the Supreme Father, is not saying, oh, everything is me, nothing, you should have nothing. He says, no, whatever you need for yourself, you keep it, you take it. But you have to be aware, you have to be knowledgeable, you have to be in the, knowledge that everything actually belongs to me. So that is what is this whole devotional service, a spiritual activity. We come to temple and we make some offering and all. What is it? It is actually acknowledging that everything is given by Krishna. And we are just making a token, we are trying to reciprocate. Just like Prabhupada gives an example, like a small child, sometimes the father buys candy for the child, right? The child is very happy. And let's say the candy has, a pack of, 10, 12, 20 candies are there. The child feels very good and he tries to give one candy to the father also. Like, you also take one. What is that the child doing? Is he thinking, child is thinking, oh, now this is all mine, now I'm doing. No, he's just acknowledging and he's reciprocating. You have been so kind to me. You also share this. Please share this. And this is what Krishna is expecting. When we say, oh, whatever you eat, offer to Krishna, Prabhupada says Krishna is not hungry for your food. You're making one, whatever, puri, chapati, roti, sabji. Krishna is not hungry for that. Why? Because in Vaikunta, Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyabanam. Krishna is being served by whom? Lakshmi, like Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, Sahasra Sata. Not just Sahasra means 1,000. Sahasra Sata means 1,000, 100,000 of Lakshmis are serving Krishna in the Vaikunta. And it is said there, how are they serving? They're making wonderful dishes. What we are cooking, 1, 2, 3 items. We are, sometimes we make 4 items or 5 items. We think, oh, we made a grand feast. But hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. How many items Krishna is enjoying? It is said actually even in Golok Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani, every day is making 108 items, special items. And it is said she never repeats an item. Let's say if you like something, paneer, sabji and roti. First day you get it, you're happy. Second day you're like, okay, again. Third day you will be like, again, normal, not very happy. Now fourth day also you get same thing, hey, what is this here? Please give me something else, you will say, isn't it? So repetition, not even once is happening for Krishna. Imagine how Krishna is enjoying, right? Sometimes we see big restaurants in WhatsApp, Instagram, they show some reels of big buffet, so much enjoyment, this, that. But are they making new items every day? The restaurant will say, oh, forget it, I don't have, my cooks can't do all that. We have a big list, we keep rotating, right? So what is Krishna's situation? Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamanam. He's being served by hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis and Gopis and very opulent. Everything is opulent. We can't imagine. Here very rich person is only so much rich. Krishna is saying Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Right? Here very rich person, he has some millions of dollars, billions and some estates and all he owns. Only part of the whole world, right? Just in this world. Now how powerful, how rich is Krishna? He's saying Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, all the planets and everything belong to me. So you can imagine what is the level of opulence of Krishna, the way he lives, the way he eats, the way he, conducts his activities. Now for that Krishna, what we make one roti chapati is, do you think is something very significant? No, he's expecting that love. Just like the father, sometimes he will say, if the child, 2 kids, he has given 2 pack of candy. One kid gives one, the second kid takes the whole pack and goes away. He says, see, you're so selfish. Look at him, he gave me one, you didn't even give me one. What was Krishna, that father trying to say? Well, is he really looking for one candy? He can buy himself hundreds of candies. He noticed that the other child did not have the sense of reciprocation. He's not having that, he's not having that gratitude. And as a father, he wants that relationship. In the same way, Krishna, when he says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachiti, Krishna is saying, offer some, leaf, some flower, some water, something. It's not that Krishna is looking for it. Krishna is in the spiritual world. There is Kalpa Vriksha. What is our Patram and Pushpam going to do? Whatever we want, Krishna can get from the Kalpa Vriksha. But he's looking for that reciprocation. He's like that father who is upset when the child has no sense of gratitude or reciprocation. He just takes, never says thank you, never says, he's expecting that relationship, that love. When the child says, oh, thank you very much, can you take this, can you share? He spreads, that relationship, the bond, the love is there. And that is what Krishna is looking for. So though Krishna is the supreme proprietor, he is not asking for everything, but he is asking for that reciprocation. But technically, if you see, everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing belongs to us. So this is a very fundamental aspect, foundational principle, to know that everything belongs to Krishna. Then naturally, there is no need of detachment. Sometimes people say, oh, I am very renounced, I am very detached. Or sometimes they say, you know what, we should become renounced or we should become detached. Actually, there is no special need of any detachment. Clear understanding automatically gives us detachment and renunciation. If nothing is ours, where is to be renounced? If everything already belongs to Krishna, where is renunciation? If I say, oh, I'm renouncing $100 of my salary, I'm giving donation to temple, I'm giving donation in hundi, sometimes they feel I'm sacrificing some money. But actually, if it already belonged to Krishna, what is there for you to sacrifice? It already belonged to Krishna, right? Prabhupada gives an example. There was a thief once, he decided to steal the money in the bank. So he walks into Bank of America with a plan. Today I'm going to put the gun on the cashier and take all the money. So he goes to steal the money, he's very determined. Suddenly he feels, just before he tries to do that whole act of threatening and stealing, he decides, you know what, today I don't want to steal. And he tells to the cashier, I am renouncing this bank today for you. You can keep it. And he walks out. What will the cashier think? He thinks he's a fool. The bank never belonged to him. What is it for him to renounce? And then he's walking away. He's a foolish person, right? So in the same way, when we make a statement, I am giving so much to Krishna, Krishna will also laugh like that. Where was it yours in the first place to give to me? By giving, you are getting closer to me. You are actually helping yourself. That is why, when we request, sometimes people give donation and all. In India, the donor team, there is a name, for the donation, a technical name. They call it LLP. What is LLP? It is Lakshmi Liberation Program, right? So Lakshmi actually belongs to Narayana. Lakshmi is for serving Krishna. So when the devotees they do fundraising, they are not actually, making somebody give up what they have. They're only getting whatever they give, whatever donation we get is the true owner. It is going to the true owner. So in the same way, if we have this understanding, then where is the question of renunciation or detachment? Nothing is even mine to be attached. Everything belongs to Krishna. Where is the question of renunciation? What is there for me to renounce? Everything belongs to Krishna only, Everything, my body, my mind, my intelligence, the supply, the ingredients, everything belongs to Krishna, like that carpenter. Where is it can he claim proprietorship when nothing belongs to us? So this understanding is a very fundamental understanding. So that is why whenever we are making any donation, any contribution, any service, any donation, or even seva we do, we should not think I did something. We should be thankful for God giving me an opportunity to do the right thing. It actually belonged to Krishna. Somehow Krishna gave me the intelligence to do the right thing. When we are giving to Krishna, we are doing the right thing. When somebody says, no, I don't want to give anything, he is acting like that thief or that ignorant kid. No, I don't want to give anything to even one candy to my dad. What is your mentality? Everything actually belongs to him, right? So that is, if that understanding we have, then naturally we will become detached, naturally we will become renounced. And when we lose something, what will be our attitude? It never belonged to me in the first place. Everything belonged to Krishna. He gave to me for some time. For whatever reason, he took it away. What is there for me, to do there, right? It never belongs to us. It was never ours. So that is why when a devotee in the proper consciousness, any loss he goes through, he won't really feel bad because it never belonged to me in the first place. What is there for me to worry about, right? And the Lord is the Supreme. He is maintainer and Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. He is maintaining everything. So it's up to him. It is his decision. Everything, all the whole material nature is working under his supervision. Krishna says, Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyate Taracharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate. Maya Adakshena, on my order. This Prakriti, this nature, everything is happening, right? Sometimes we do so many things, but so many things have to coincide for it to happen. Even any success, we can't never say, oh, it's 100% because of me. Let's say you went to a meeting, you made a deal and the deal worked out. You can't take full credit. Even for you to go from here to there are hundreds of impediments, isn't it? The traffic and the road and the vehicle and you, and there are so many things not in your control. So Krishna aligns, right? Maya Dakshena Prakriti, on his Adaksha, on his order, everything is being arranged. And that is how we are either experiencing success or failure. So the whole credit, everything belongs to Krishna only. So at that time, there is nothing for us to feel, loss when we lose something. And at the same time, there is nothing to be very much elated. Krishna says in another place that my devotee, when he gains something, he doesn't become overly elated and happy. Sometimes we see people jumping, exciting in happiness, a big party, this, that thing. Or sometimes when there is a loss, there is so much disappointment. Nothing, it never belonged to me. What is there to become overly excited? Only thankful to Krishna. Okay, Krishna, everything belongs to you. Somehow, temporarily, you have given me, to possess this. And when you want, you will take it away. And that is a fact, right? It is not just a sentimental thought. It is a fact. Even the most richest person, when he dies, does he take anything with him? Everything is left here. Right? We mentioned about Alexander. He wanted all his jewels and everything thrown on the way to the funeral ground when his body was being taken. And his hand out of the coffin to show, I have taken nothing. See, I have conquered the whole 3/4 of the world. I have not taken anything with me. So everything remains here. Right? So this understanding, if we get, naturally we'll become peaceful. When we gain something, we are not very much overexcited. We know it's in temporary position. When we lose something, we know anyway it has to be lost one day, not that it will be with me. Either I will leave or that will leave, right? One day when I leave, it is disconnected with me. Next life, can we say, oh, previous life I worked very hard, I invested in a property, I came to know now it has become 10x. Can I claim this property back? Just go away. We are a mad person. So nothing, we can't claim anything. Either we will leave it or it will leave us. Right? And then Krishna is saying, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. So with this understanding, if we work, what is the next thing that will happen? Krishna is saying that I am the well-wisher of everybody. So what does this mean here? We always give an example of a doctor, a well-wisher. So Krishna, if we have this proper understanding, if we are working with this understanding, right? Now the well-wisher, just like the doctor, if you're following the instructions of the doctor, what happens? We will have a very healthy life, isn't it? But the doctor is well-wisher of everybody. But for some people, he is doing surgery, he's giving injections, so they're going through painful thing, right? The doctor is supposed to heal. So let's say somebody has a lot of health problem and somebody tells him, oh, you go to this doctor, he will take care of you nicely. And the doctor will diagnose and he says, oh, you have this problem. I'll have to give so-and-so injections. I'll have to do so-and-so surgery and this. And if he calls his friend and say, what is this man? You said he's a doctor, nice person, he'll take care. But he's only torturing me from the time I came, right? What kind of a well-wisher is he? If he's a well-wisher, I should feel very comfortable and happy, right? Why am I being constantly poked or, cut in different parts of the body and giving so many medications and so many side effects? What is this? What kind of a well-wisher is he? Right? So what is the answer? It says, because you have infected all kinds of diseases. Because you have all kinds of problems, you have not followed any healthy practice in life. You have eaten improperly, you have, lived improperly, you have taken improper things. What else do you expect to happen? So just because the doctor is well-wisher doesn't mean everybody will be automatically healthy. Sometimes we should not think, oh, Krishna is my well-wisher, so I don't have to worry. I will do whatever I want. Because Krishna is my well-wisher, I will be all good. No. Krishna is well-wisher means, if like they expect doctor. If you contract a disease, Krishna's job is to remove the disease. And if you follow his instructions, you will not have any disease. Right? So in the same way, the difficulties we are facing in our life, we say, oh, God is in control of everything. Why am I going through this difficulty? Well, God as a doctor is treating your difficulty, your disease. You have, inculcated some kind of a disease. You have infected a disease. It's God as a doctor, his job to remove that disease. The difficulty we go through in our life is actually Krishna is treating us. Just like the doctor, is giving some difficulty, an injection or some kind of a cut or surgery. What is the doctor doing? He's treating us. And so that we learn a lesson. It's not only to learn a lesson, to treat, to heal. So when we go through different difficulties and miseries in life, Krishna is actually healing us. Though Krishna is our well-wisher, he doesn't want us to go through any difficulty. Actually, the doctor doesn't like giving injection because he knows it pains. The doctor doesn't like cutting any part of anybody's body because recovery is so painful, there's so much difficulty. The doctor does not want that. Doctor wants everybody healthy, happy, unless he's a genuine doctor. Right? Unfortunately, now commercial doctors, they're the other way. The moment they see you, they think, okay, how can I make money out of him? That's different. But a genuine doctor actually wants you to be happy and healthy. So in the same way, Krishna wants us to be happy and healthy. But we are going through so many difficulties. What does that mean? If I have a very good doctor contact, but I am going through so much treatment, what does that mean? That means I am not following the advice of the doctor. The doctor is saying the do's and don'ts, how to live, how to eat, how to maintain your health, everything. If you follow all those, you will slowly recover and you will never have any problem. In the same way, though Krishna is our well-wisher, unless we follow all the instructions of Krishna, we will keep getting treated by Krishna. What are the infections we get infected? We get infected by this lust, greed, anger, enviousness, jealousy. All these things we get infected. What will happen? We have to be treated. You speak harshly to somebody, well, you have to be treated. Somebody else will speak harshly to you. You cause harm to somebody, that is karma, reaction. You will have to face the reaction. You will get harmed by someone, right? You cheat somebody, you will get cheated. That is the way, that is the treatment for you. When you get cheated, you will realize, oh my God, this is such a bad experience. I wish I was never cheated. And then you will realize, I should also not cheat anybody. Right? I should not... the same difficulty we go through, once we go through the difficulty, we realize, I should never give this difficulty to others. So all the difficulties we are going through is all caused by our own bad karma. And if we follow Krishna's instructions, we will stop doing bad karma. We'll stop doing negative karmic activities. We will start doing something called akarma. Akarma means where there is no reaction. And what is that akarmic activity? That is what is devotional service. That is what is spiritual activity. Dovetailing all our activities to Krishna. That is where our real effort and energy should be put. It is to understand what Krishna is saying and how do I lead my life. I might be a student, I might be a housewife, I might be a working professional, I might be a doctor, whatever role I am in. How do I live in such a way that it is akarma? That means there is no reaction. That means I'm not getting infected anymore. Because if you get infected, even though the doctor is your well-wisher, he will have to treat you. And when the doctor treats you, it is going to be painful. You don't want to be treated. You want to know from the doctor that yes, you're doing good job. Keep it going. And he is actually healthy and everything, right? So that is what we should do. We should follow all the instructions of Krishna, understand and imbibe and apply in our day-to-day life. What will happen at that time? The infectious diseases will go away. What is our infectious disease in this material world? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the things. Lust, greed, anger, envy, jealousy. Why are all this happening? Because of ignorance only. Why are we, lusty? We are thinking a real happiness is when I get something, lot of money, lot of wealth, lot of fame. That is improper understanding. Simple reading Bhagavad Gita, you will know all the fame, name, what? It's all going to be remaining here. Where is my real happiness? Ye atma su prasidati. When will we actually be happy? Krishna says, when you connect back to me is where there is happiness. When you revive your relationship with me. Yato bhakti adokshaje. When we perform bhakti to adokshaja, when we connect to Krishna, that is where is happiness. But because of ignorance, because of lack of proper knowledge, people are running behind name, fame, money. And at the end of the day, what are they doing? They're making more enemies. They're very anxious now. Who is ready? Who is here to take away my name or fame or money? They're getting anxious. They're losing relationships. They're becoming alone. They're taking antidepressants. Where is happiness? Right? So there is no happiness in all these things. So that is why if we understand this knowledge, if we practice this knowledge, if we start connecting to Krishna, right? There is theory and there is practice also. Like we say, oh, you connect to Krishna, that is theory. But how do you connect to Krishna? By practical application. When you chant Hare Krishna, when you eat prasadam, when you read Bhagavad Gita, when you read Bhagavatam, when you do service to Krishna, you are practically connecting. Right? So that is why when we follow Krishna's instructions, what will happen? We will become freed from all these infectious diseases. So Krishna is a supreme doctor. He doesn't have to treat us anymore. If you don't have lust, if you don't have greed, if you don't have anger, if you don't have envy, you don't have jealousy, all you have is pure loving devotion to Krishna. And all you want to do is serve Krishna and go back to Krishna. And all you want to do is help others serve Krishna and help them also go back to Krishna, go back to Vaikunta, go back to the spiritual world. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamaiti. Krishna is saying, by which you won't have punarjanma and you will come back to me. We talked about Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamana. Krishna is being served by hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis. Where is this happening? Do we see here anywhere? The whole world, there is Google Maps and satellites. Do we see where Krishna and Lakshmi being served here? Not in this material world. It is called Vaikuntha Dama. In the spiritual world, this is happening. And the spiritual world is, it's also known as Akshardama, infallible, where there are no negativities. Vaikuntaha, Vikataha Kunta iti Vaikunta. So there are people, the perfected beings, the devotees who have perfected, who have followed all the instructions of Krishna's instruction, and they have completely got rid of lust, greed, anger, envy, jealousy and everything. They have become loving personalities. They have become fully realized in their relationship with Krishna and other living beings, they are all in the spiritual world serving Krishna and enjoying bliss. They don't have anxieties of birth, death, old age, disease. They don't have anxieties of relationships and miseries caused by other beings and nature or natural disturbances. Nothing. There is no war, no hurricane, no tornado, no volcano eruption. Nothing. It is just blissful. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. Anandamayo vyasat. Right? Satchit ananda. That ananda, that bliss that we are looking for is available in the spiritual world. So when we follow all the instructions of Krishna, as Prabhupada said towards the end, that in this life itself we will become free. We can become free. You see, towards the end is a very nice statement Prabhupada said. I'll just read it and conclude. So he says that as long as in contact with matter, he has to execute works in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into spiritual life even while one is within the jurisdiction of matter. See, this is very important. What is spiritual life? We thought about that, right? Satchidananda Vigraha, no miseries, no anxieties, freedom from everything, very happy. But by applying these principles, even in this life, in this material world also, they can be completely free from, this jurisdiction of matter, and they're arousing their spiritual existence by practice in the material world. So Prabhupada used to say that this practice, these principles of Krishna consciousness, when you apply, this life itself, you will start reaping the benefits. You will become free from miseries of anxieties, and you will become free from lust, greed, anger, envy. You will become very compassionate for everyone. You will become very loving and kind. And at the end of this life, you will go back to Godhead. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. So having this understanding, as we discussed, this is the peace formula. We will become very peaceful. We will not be anxious about so many things happening in our life, because we know everything actually belongs to Krishna. Krishna can decide when we should have. Krishna can decide when we should not have. I should utilize to connect to Krishna, and in this way I can be completely peaceful. Right? So I'll stop here. We are distributing the beads. So devotees can all collect the beads, and we'll all chant one round Hare Krishna mantra. So before we start chanting, we'll recite the Guru Pranam mantra and Panchatattva mantra. So please repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Itinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we'll all chant Hare Krishna mantra together. As I mentioned many times, this chanting is a prayer to Lord Krishna and Radharani to help us get closer to Him, to help us get rid of all the material infections and help us engaged in His eternal service. So it's a prayer. So we should chant in a prayerful mood, very clearly, very attentively. So let's all chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram